Can a nigga live? Can a nigga live? Please.
And I want to understand white rage, and I'm white.
You listen to Guys and Beats.
You teach me all my life that the white man is the devil? You teach me my whole life that the white man is the devil. Now you tell me it's all right for him to come among us.
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
You listen to Guys and Beats.
Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Oh, something. Do you feel passing by?
There's no fixing this. This can't be fixed. Right? This can't be fixed. You just have to escape. So that's what I did. I went to a neighborhood where, I have a very low black population.
These blacks.
This thing on. Is this thing working? We're back. We are back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all coming through. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We can only be supported right now through Venmo. So right now, the Venmo address is of supreme importance right now. If you want to support the show, you got to hit me up on Venmo. Gonna start broadening, streaming out to other platforms, I guess, in the near future too. But shout out to everybody in the audience right now listening on YouTube and on Twitter/X right now. Appreciate you guys coming out. We have to talk about the Chud the Builder incident, y'all. Chud the Builder, as I understand, he is being held on like $1.25 million bond right now. Not because he dropped the N-word, it's not that simple. Apparently, Chud was he was visiting his local courthouse, taking care of some legal business or whatever, and apparently he ran into an angry black guy who didn't really like the way Chud talked about black people. Words were exchanged, punches were thrown, bullets were also thrown in return, and now Chud the Builder is in jail facing an attempted murder charge, and as of yet, I think he has not posted bail.
Chud the Builder had to shoot a man in self-defense after he was slammed to the ground and this man tried to take his gun. His name is Joshua Fox. He's a 33-year-old black man. He'd previously been arrested for trying to kill his wife with a screwdriver. He was beating his wife. He called up random people with multiple different phone numbers and threatened them, and he tried to burn down a building full of people. Joshua Fox started this confrontation, calling Chud the Builder over, insulting him, aggravating a situation. Chud the Builder de-escalates and actually walks away. This man follows him, then assaults him, slamming him to the ground, which is seen on video. Joshua Fox lived. He is fine. American blacks believe that if someone says a mean word, then they can do whatever they want. They can even murder them.
I'm gonna kill this little nigga. Him and his girl.
In 2021, a Dunkin' Donuts employee, Corey Pujols, murdered an elderly man for saying a racial slur, and many people argued that it was justified. You don't even have to say the N-word. You could...
I was going to bring that particular situation up later on in the show, because there is a bit of a debate being had right now on the internet about whether it's wrong to shoot a man if he merely punches you. And I tend to lean toward, if you're trying to hit me, you're trying to hurt me. If you're trying to hurt me, you probably want to kill me. You die. You know, I have no real qualms about what you do in a situation where somebody decides to attack you physically, right? That's the line that we choose to cross. Once you step into that Kumite squared circle, you know, you entered the game of death, and all bets are off after that, right? May the best man live. This is why you don't go around promoting violence and all that type of thing, because you never know. All I'm saying is, don't hit me. You're not wrong if somebody punches you and you shoot them, because, hey, don't be hitting me.
Say something that almost sounds like the N-word, and they'll try to assault you.
I don't care.
No, you do speak. You said my nigga. I heard you say it.
No, me this
you got 5 seconds to apologize. Slap you open hand.
In fact, there are many black people who commit murder and get off on a technicality because their IQ is too low, or they actually murder this person. They're convicted for it, like the 2 murderers of Ethan Liming, who got sentenced to 6 months, and the murderers of Valerie Schwab, who got 5 years probation. Eneli Chapa, academics, Stack Swopo, and others basically called for him to be murdered.
I want to continue. You want something violent to happen.
Somebody don't knock his fucking head off. Bro, how the fuck he's still alive?
Just so we're clear.
Now, the black response to Chud the Builder's whole thing, even before it led to the ultimate conclusion, you know, this was really awesome. It's the final countdown. This is it's the final countdown event I've ever really seen, like, live on the internet, because you could tell it was really building up to a situation where somebody was going to try. And this is the problem with it, though, right? And this is what I hate about this whole situation, because it's actually funny on a type of level that only, you know, people like me and maybe some of you might find this funny, right? But it was all leading up to this moment where some dude basically volunteered to throw his life away and get into a fist fight with a guy that you know that not only has bear mace and will spray you with bear mace, really, because the bear mace is just a prelude to me actually pulling my legally owned weapon and then shooting you with this weapon that I legally own. And you basically have to be willing to throw your life away to challenge the moment, right? Because everybody is like, oh, you know, I would do this and I would do that. And he's making it perfectly clear that please don't do this and please don't do that, because, you know, I might have to do this, that, and the third too. And then he did this, that, and the third, and the dude got shot on the third. And that was the crazy thing. And now everybody's mad because you intentionally sought out a man for fisticuffs, knowing that he is armed and, you know, allegedly willing to shoot you, and then you engaged him in fisticuffs. That is an amazing maneuver, my good man.
People posted this man's address every single day. They stalked him. They were planning on murdering him. People were posting about how he should be murdered to a large audience. People murdered his dog.
Someone killed my dog.
They were threatening his entire family, and then he got arrested because somebody kicked him out of a restaurant, and then he was interrogated until 3 a.m. by federal agents.
These people took all my phones. Oh, you know, the FBI is interested in talking to you. We're waiting on him. I said, listen, I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to hide. It's 2 a.m. in the fucking morning.
Now, let me say, you know, let me both sides of this bad boy just a little bit, right? I'm gonna both sides this hot thing right here. Let me tell you what. Chud, you do not present a sympathetic figure, right? Because although I am totally firmly in the camp of you don't go around punching people because he dropped the N-bomb. That's a little bit of a you're jumping a couple of steps in the escalation of violence, you know what I mean? So just because he said the N-word doesn't mean, oh, you know, you go around and punch on him, right? That's a little bit too far. So I'm going to put that out there first. That being said, Chud, you are actually provoking the very thing that you're now, you know, defending yourself against in court. And I don't know if this is a good thing for you, bro. Like, win, lose, or draw, your life is going to go through a lot of hell right now. And you're like trying to make yourself a martyr, and most people aren't really feeling your martyrdom. Like, especially, and this is the thing, right? This is kind of like one of those civil rights era type of plays where we're going to do something highly visible and drastic and get, you know, a public reaction and a legal reaction and all that. And now we're going to test the limits of your modern legal theory, right? And so it's like this is like a white man attempting to test like the First and the Second Amendment in one like really, really neatly wrapped up incident, right? He really is trying to be the Rosa Parks of shooting black people, y'all. And I don't know if a lot of white folk want to go there with you. A lot of white folk are not comfortable with supporting the Rosa Parks of shooting niggas. You know what I mean? This is a tough thing for white people to swallow. They've been told for a long time that, you know, these things are bad to do. You don't want to go there. And here you go. You want to be the Martin Luther King. Oh, this nigga got to die. Like, this is crazy work. This is really hard to sell to white people right now. So good luck with you. Good luck with you. He's trying to like unite the white right now, and it's crazy work. But a lot of white folk are kind of not like, they're just not feeling it.
Tired of shit. I know you guys do this shit on purpose.
Federal agents took his electronics and froze his bank account and wiped his Apple ID.
I wake up the next day, I try to go to the Apple store to buy new phones because I don't even want the old ones back. Put a pager bomb in them. I don't even want them back. So I go to buy new phones at the store. Bank card won't work. Go to the ATM, won't work. I'm calling the bank, customer service on the phone with them. Hey, can you unlock our card? Doesn't work.
The Montgomery County sheriff that charged him and condemned him so harshly stopped posting inmate mugshots because his fat daughter was found guilty of aggravated abuse, abusing multiple children at a toddler daycare that they managed. This is what you're looking at. Sanctimonious bullshit from law enforcement, violent psychopaths who murder dogs and threaten your family, and you deal with criminal thugs who want to burn down buildings of people.
Now, that is the guy right there that found Chud outside of the courthouse. And allegedly, this guy drove like hours away. He basically hunted and stalked Chud the Builder, right? I think that has to be kind of included in the conversation. Like, you really went looking for this. And you know what's so funny? I was joking about this. Somebody, like, I wonder if I can look this up real quick. Somebody was telling me about a song or some shit, because we were talking about how like a lot of black dudes, they you know, a lot of dudes just are willing crash out dummies. And a lot of you niggas are trying to die, bro. Like that's the crazy thing. A lot of these dudes be trying to die. Damn, I typed in trying to die in the YouTube search bar, and that shit told me you were not alone. YouTube trying to save me. I'm looking for a particular music video. And YouTube over here like, don't jump, nigga. Like, no, I don't need help. I don't need this kind of help, YouTube. You see this shit? You see this caring and empathetic shit YouTube is trying to do to me? I'm trying to run a legit business over here, and YouTube trying to save a nigga life. You know what I mean? This was going on. This is a dichotomy of white America right now. Chud the Builder is like, hey, that nigga threatened my life. I shot him. YouTube is over here like, hey, nigga, don't throw your life away. This is crazy work. This is crazy work for real. I can't believe that just happened. But no, somebody sent me a link to a song about like niggas trying to die. You know, some old rap shit. But like, anyway, apparently I can't just look it up easily now. I have to go digging through my goddamn Twitter conversations. But anyway, the main point was though, like a lot of niggas really apparently are trying to die. Like, I understand that you don't like Chud. You hate that he says the words that he says, right? You don't like the words that are coming out of his mouth, right? But you understand that either you go gunning at a man and because you know he's armed and therefore that's the game you're playing, or you're gonna go try to like get into a fist fight with a man who you know that's armed and you're not even armed, right? The whole thing is retarded. Like, why would you go trying to find this man so you can like try to beat him up? Why would you do that? This is what I mean. Like, a lot of y'all are apparently trying to die. And this dude, you know, he might have been, because he's not like, you know, all the way there. Apparently, he might be a little bit mental.
Assault their own family members and murder random strangers. And you wonder, do they have the moral authority to try to condemn somebody like this?
The ramifications of that, even if I'm exonerated in trial for something like that, the world would never be the same, and my world would never be the same. in not a good way, not a way that I'm looking forward to. I do not want nothing like that to happen. I don't want any of that to happen.
In the street. Heard some white folks talking. Had a riot yesterday. 10 niggas died. Died, nigga. Say what? 10 niggas died. Yeah, died, nigga. Went down to Whitehall Street. Heard a sergeant reporting lots of niggas dying in Vietnam. Died, nigga. Died, nigga. Nigga died. Had to get away from niggas. Dying all the time. Went back up to Harlem. Heard a school teacher say, niggas sure are dumb. Almost like they're dead. Die, nigga, everywhere you go. Niggas dying. Niggas been dying for 400 years. Niggas dying with conked heads. Niggas dying in Ivy League suits.
I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but that's actually what we were talking about. Like, niggas just be just trying to die. Like, why, bro? Why? Shout out to my man Studio Ryu for hitting me with that deep cut right there. What's going on, bro? Why you want to throw your life away? Because, you know, that nigga, that white guy made you mad. Like, that, it's crazy work, bro. It's crazy work. I don't understand it. I really don't. Like, I know you're mad. Like, I understand you're mad. I understand, you know, I want to fight a nigga. Like, I get that feeling and that emotion, but like, bro, you really want to throw your life away? And then you, like, this dude in particular apparently drove like all the way. He had hours. How long is a 100-mile drive? That's like 2.5 hours, maybe. If this is like mostly highway time, like you had a lot of time to meditate on it. And the whole time he was just over there trying to die. Like, it's crazy that niggas be on that shit.
I walked past him, he was sitting on the corner. I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing, they were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He was still wailing on me.
Where's your weapon at?
They have everything.
What weapon is that right now? I believe that's. Is that yours?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's talking to them right now. Oh no, you guys are good. Do your thing. Okay. He has a graze. I call it a graze to the left shoulder, left arm. He has slight abrasion right here on his head. Okay. Maybe some scrapes. Light headedness.
I'm gonna run that back one more time for y'all.
I walked past him, he was sitting on the corner. I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing, they were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He was still wailing on me.
Now, right in that moment, more than likely, dude, all right, so assuming everything probably went roughly the way he just said, like, all right, they were over there pointing at me. I can tell they were like talking about me, whatever. So he went over there to talk to him. And I think this whole thing was being live streamed, by the way. He actually live streams a lot of what he does because, you know, for obvious reasons, for content and for protection, for evidence. So apparently he walks over there to him and they have words. Dude, the black guy tells him to leave, walk away from me. And the Chud says, "I walked away." And then the dude follows him and then he hit him basically. Now, more than likely, dude says, "You say all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." And Chud probably said chimp out nigga or some shit. He probably did provoke him verbally a little bit, but Chud's not saying that right here. But I imagine he did say something. It wasn't just, you know, 1-2. He probably did say something and dude just got mad and started swinging on him. And then they start fighting and then he shot him or whatever. But that doesn't matter still.
Where did Where's your weapon at?
They have everything.
What weapon is that right now? I believe that's.
Walked past him. He was sitting on the corner. I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing. They were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He's still wailing on me.
Where's your weapon at?
They have everything.
What weapon is that right now? I believe that's. Is that yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's talking to him right now. Oh no, you guys are good. Do your thing. Okay. He has a graze. I call it a graze to the left arm. He has slight abrasion right here on his head. Maybe some scrapes. Lightheadedness.
Now, what's interesting too is that, like I said earlier, you're not painting a sympathetic figure for white America to fall behind. And so even a lot of the guys that may be a little bit more right-leaning and pro-white, they're looking at this like, yeah, that was a white trash movement thing to do. I don't know if I'm really feeling it. And then this whole thing about like, can Chud actually claim self-defense after going around and being provocative and then getting physically assaulted for being provocative, and you shot somebody because now you got to defend yourself because you were being provocative? It is a genuine legal conundrum. I think this is a great test case. That's why I'm like being incredibly facetious and hilarious, but when I call him the Rosa Parks of shooting niggas and the Martin Luther the King of shooting niggas, like, this is like a real kind of civil rights test issue if you think about it. It's really it's kind of deep. Like, philosophically, this is becoming an issue. And I understand like there is an argument on both sides, but I already made my claim, but I want you to listen to this.
The builder, Chud the builder, is being charged with attempted murder, apparently. Yeah, that guy is retarded. I mean, you can't claim self-defense if you're going to go around calling black people the N-word.
Well, first off, we don't know the details. And just because he goes...
And now right away, that raises an actual issue. Like, why can't he go around saying the N-word without people trying to beat him up? Of all the words, there are millions of words you could, well, maybe not millions. There are probably thousands, tens of thousands of words you can say in the English language, and then many other languages you can bring up too. There's a bunch of words you can use. Why that one word automatically gives you legal grounds to beat up a white guy? And no other guy really, right? You be letting Mexicans get a pass. You let Dominicans get a pass. The Cubans get a pass. You niggas let all the other non-blacks get a pass, but the white people are the one people be like, oh, no, not this cracker. No. I think that's an ironic problem.
You teach me all my life that the white man is the devil? Come on, you teach me my whole life that the white man is the devil. Now you tell me it's all right for him to come among us.
Goes around calling people the N-word should not prompt a violent response. And maybe it depends on the judge. To be totally honest, Paul, if someone came up to me, all right, out on the street, this guy goes around provoking white people or Jewish people, okay, hypothetically, just goes around provoking them. I'm never going to pull a gun on anybody. Ever. I'm never going to incite violence. I'm never going to start swinging at people.
Violence is violence is not the answer to somebody calling you the N-word. I agree with that.
But is violence the answer to a random person punching you for you using, your quote, freedom of speech? Because he did not threaten, according to everything we know, right? According to everything we know, we're not going to try to shade in the blanks too much here. But according to everything we know, this man, Chud is claiming this man attacked him after Chud walked away. And the question now becomes, can I defend myself after I said mean words and then walked away. And we don't even know if he dropped the N-bomb to this guy. Like, here's the thing, right? If this guy did not actually receive an N-bomb from Chud the Builder, how does he now claim, oh, you use the N-word and I get to fight you? Like, you watching TV and you see me do something on TV and now you run up on me, I don't insult you, and then now you want to fight me. Like, it could be that way, right? We don't really know how like blameless in that moment Chud really was, right? Because he could have really just been like, what's up? What y'all talking about over here? Why you pointing at me? And then he tells him, leave. I don't want to hear you. I know your shit, blah, 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 blah. And then Chud walks away. And if the dude pursues him, then Chud is kind of like absolved in a lot of ways after that, right? Because like if he doesn't actually drop the N-bomb on you, can you now get revenge for prior N-bomb usage? Like, we're getting in a really deep black philosophical territory right now. Can you beat up a white guy for prior N-bomb usage, y'all? Like, if she didn't, like, listen, let's say he dropped the N-bomb on Sunday, but you weren't around because you're a good father and you take your kids to church and Chuck E. Cheese on Sunday, right? But now it's Wednesday, and today just happens to be Whip a White Guy Ass Wednesday, and you know that he dropped the N-bomb on Sunday. Can you now go back and beat that white guy up because he dropped the N-bomb on Sunday? You weren't there. You received no damage, no shrapnel. All you got was like moral damage, you know, the same way like moral support, but in the opposite, right? You got moral damage from it. Can you now go back and beat the white guy up for prior N-bomb usage, right? We are asking the really deep, tough, impossible, philosophical black questions today, y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. You can only support the show on Venmo right now. So if you want to support the show, catch me on Venmo, y'all, but at least like the video.
But at the same time, there is stipulations in the law of self-defense where if you're the aggressor, which he would be the aggressor by verbally assault, like it would be verbal assault by textbook law definition.
Why would just dropping the N-bomb be verbal assault? Like, you understand why this is actually becoming a deeply, legally, philosophical problem here? This is not just, oh, I shot a black guy, let me off, right? Like, this is not 1918. This is not what we're doing anymore. You know, we didn't have the civil rights era. We didn't have the Vietnam War. Jesse Jackson done lived and died and shit. We are not what we used to be. And so it's not just a matter of a white guy shot a black guy and just let him go. No, here's the thing, right? Is a white guy dropping the N-bomb now the legal equivalent to violence? That is the question, right? We're getting very legally philosophical today, y'all. When white people say the N-word, is it violence to black people? You can't run this on Mexicans. Like, you can't call a Mexican the N-word and he was like, oh, you traumatized me. Like, no, you can't do that to a Mexican. But is it violence to a nigga?
Where if you're the aggressor, which he would be the aggressor by verbally assault, like it would be verbal assault by textbook law definition.
Verbal assault?
Verbal assault.
Calling someone the N-word is verbal assault?
And I mean, it's not a very, it's not a very.
Where's the threat in that word, though? It's literally just calling a blue wall blue.
I'll just call it a nigga. That's really crazy. He tried to use that argument. It's crazy. I know what you did, white man. All right. You're not that clever. I can tell. He's like, well, I'm just calling a nigga. I mean, a blue wall is blue, isn't it? That was a crazy maneuver he just pulled right here. That was that was like a Caucasian tactical maneuver. That was Caucasian. That was fantastic. That was just fantastic. But that is actually the thing. Like, can you merely saying the words, why does that amount to violence? Like, I know, even if you want to grant it's an insult, right? Like, I can call you a bitch. I can call you a cunt. I can call you, like, you know, a mother lover and a kid toucher. It's all kinds of, verbal insults I can use against you. But if a white person calls a black person a nigga, you automatically taking 9 lashes with a slavery whip.
Just, I'm telling you, from
a derogatory way.
In the textbook of law, verbal assault does exist, and if somebody feels threatened by your verbal whatever, it's still not right that they attack you, but there's not going to be a judge that sides with you, is what I'm trying to say. If you're Chud the Builder and you're going around calling black people the N-word, and then you shoot a black person because they punched you in the face, the judge isn't going to be like, okay, this is self-defense. The judge is going to be like, well, you were asking for it. You were looking for trouble. That's what the judge is going to say.
Was he really looking for a random black dude with mental illness and a terrible history and a criminal past to come and attack him while he's going to court? Like, was he really looking for that? And then just to take it a little bit further, even if you walked up to him and you said, hey, how are you? And he says, hey, don't talk to me, white man. And he walks away. And then the dude attacks you after you walk away. Are you still like looking for trouble?
Right. But maybe he wasn't looking for trouble. Maybe he was just, he was just going around calling people the N-word, and hopefully,
a judge will look at his prior video.
Like, can a white guy just call a black guy the N-word anymore? Like, I thought this was America, people. We used to be a proper country. Is America even America if white people can't use the N-word every now and then? Like, listen, this is another one of those deep existential questions right here. This goes down to like the racial demographic question and all that. This is as relevant as why don't we say Merry Christmas instead of Happy Holidays anymore? You know what I mean? Is it even America if white people can't every now and then just drop an N-bomb without the world ending? Like, this feels like one of the 3 signs of the apocalypse of America. Like, you can't even say the N-word after a nigga is trying to beat you to death. You still can't say it.
And see that black people have been offended by his words and have attacked him in the past, and he's pepper sprayed them, and that is going to go against him for this self-defense case.
Right.
Because it will then be a pattern that your behavior causes people to attack you. That's a pattern, right? So
no, of course, right. But the fact of the matter is that it ultimately depends on the judge, and it depends on the jurisdiction. And I've seen people in these cases, go home without any issue, to be totally frank, despite how, like, if I'm talking about like extreme racists on both ends of the spectrum, both white and black, escape with no issues.
Is this it? Let me see.
Can't even stand your ground against an angry, violent nigga no more. Like, what's the nigga supposed to do? What's a white man supposed to do? Like I said, I thought this was America, people. This country is changing too fast.
Yeah.
Now, this is actual footage of the police intervening in the incident. So apparently, it's not like Chud shot him from 3 feet away, where he had to like put his arm all the way out, extended, and close his one eye and cock the pistol and aim it and all that shit. Like, he didn't do any of that. He basically was in a fight, and he pulled the gun while they were tussling and shot the dude while they were tussling, which is probably why he also shot himself a little bit too. And then, people are like, trying to mock Chud because he shot himself while trying to shoot a black guy, which raises another deep philosophical question, all right? This show tonight is nothing if not deeply philosophical, right? Are you based enough to shoot yourself through the arm to shoot a nigga? Have you ever wanted to shoot a nigga so bad that you were willing to shoot yourself a little bit just so I know I hit this nigga? Like, I will put a Desert Eagle bullet. I will put a 44 Magnum through my bicep if I know that Jamal will never play ball again. I'm just asking the tough questions. I'm really trying to get to like all of the philosophical questions right now. Like, he was in the middle of a struggle, and what if the only way to shoot, you know, this black guy was to shoot himself, a white guy? What if that was the only way, right? What if it was one of those moves where, like, you know what I mean? It's like one of those train car questions, you know? Do you pull the lever and let the black guy beat you to death? Or do you shoot yourself so you can make sure Jamal never walks again? This is one of those deep questions, right? I'm telling you, nobody is asking the tough questions like I'm asking. And this is why I hate the news. This is why I don't even like to watch most black YouTubers, because a lot of niggas don't want to ask the really deep questions, you know? Even as a black man, are you willing to shoot yourself to make sure another Jamal doesn't ever walk again? All right? There can only ever be one Jamal, and I'm him. All right? Sometime a nigga just got to go. And are you willing to shoot yourself through the arm, Cheddar Bob style, to make sure it happens?
Was that Chud on the guy?
I can't really tell who the fuck is who. There's no sound in the video, so I don't know when the gunshot went off.
Was Chud on the guy, or was the guy on Chud?
I don't know. I mean, it looks like fucking. I mean, if it's the black guy that's on top of him, I still don't think that's justified, considering the police are literally there.
Wait a minute, white man. You see, this is the type of shit. This is like why this is why people gotta rebel every now and then. Because you're really telling me that if I got my back to the ground and there's a giant nigga on top of my chest committing violent acts again, I still can't shoot this nigga off me? What do you mean? Look, listen to this shit. This is why it's really a crazy situation. Even white people are like twisting themselves in knots to say anything but like, I would shoot this nigga. Like, and I'm like, you know, maybe it's because I'm black and I just don't value the life of niggas as much as a lot of white people seem to do. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. God help me. But I'm just saying, man, listen, ain't no way it's some nigga on top of me trying to beat me to death for whatever reason. For whatever reason, because in that moment, we are in a struggle for life, right? This is some primal shit. And if I can shoot you and you're trying to beat me to death and I can shoot you, I'm shooting you a couple of times, right? I'm standing up and I'm kicking you in the teeth and then I'm shooting you some more. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to let this white man logic me out of not shooting this nigga that's like on my chest, beating on me Kong style. Ain't no way.
Chud.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like fucking. I mean, if it's the black guy that's on top of him, I still don't think that's justified, considering the police are literally there as well.
Yeah,
like the police are there on the scene.
They were.
This is why white people are great and they also are terrible at the same time. Like this is like your greatness and your weakness, right? Like your urge and your lean for like peaceful, civilized order. That is white people's ultimate strength, right? But also it's your ultimate weakness, right? Because now I get to just beat you to death. You remember in Demolition Man, that's a great example of that playing out to like a hilarious conclusion, right? So in Demolition Man, they brought an old school real nigga into like the post-liberal white utopia world of like San Angeles, right? And so because for whatever movie Hollywood reason, they decided one bad guy decides to wake up Wesley Snipes, who was like, you know, the proto nigga. He was like the nigga that most of this generation had never even, they don't even have a memory or a recollection of niggas like that ever existing, right? And so you unleash this proto nigga onto the post-liberal white utopia of San Angeles, and these white people had nothing. There was no way they could stop him. And then at one moment, at one scene in the movie, Rob Schneider literally said, "We're police officers. We're not equipped to deal with this type of violence." And that's literally like what's happening right now in this conversation. Where like you're totally thinking in the Demolition Man post-liberal utopia mind, where like I'll just lay there and let Wesley Snipes beat the shit out of me until the gay cops come and like throw graffiti. I mean, they're gonna throw sparkles at this nigga. They're gonna hit that nigga with a confetti bomb, and then he's gonna stop because the power of homosexual justice is just overwhelming. Like, he really is thinking this type of way. Meanwhile, like I said, you're white people, you're lean toward order and civilization and peace and quiet. It's your strength. This is why you're on the moon. This is why you're at the bottom of the ocean. This is why you're probably talking to aliens in secret and shit like that. But at the same time, you're gonna die. And I think you got to weigh the reality of these two moments. You know what I mean? It's a really existential Caucasian problem. It's a purely Caucasoid problem of the modern world.
It's the black guy that's on top of him. I still don't think that's justified, considering the police are literally there as well.
Yeah,
like the police are there on the scene.
They were present. Yeah, they might have eyewitnesses. They charged him with attempted murder, assuming that there was no surveillance footage, and it strictly came
like if
from an observation. Yeah.
If he fired the shot right here in this video, then I'd say that's probably not justified, because the police are literally there, and I'd think a judge would be like, okay, why would you fire your weapon? The police are there to break it up.
You understand how deeply philosophical white people are willing to go to not shoot a nigga? Like, you're coming up, you're literally twisting yourself inside out to not shoot this nigga. And I really do wonder, if this was just a fight between two white trash pieces of shit, would they really be trying this like same argument? But because he's black, and you know how, it costs a lot of money for a white guy to just get away with shooting a black guy in public in front of the courthouse or whatever, you're really trying your best to not like say it was justified.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
But if it was before this, then I don't know if it was before it or what.
Yeah, it could have been before it. It could have been before it.
I walked up to him.
It's really hard to say. But yeah, I think Chud, despite how brief of a streamer he was, I think he definitely made an impact. While he was live, people were watching. Great streamer. That's all I got to say. Great streamer. He put out the content. He did it for the stream.
He did it for the Vine. He did it for the Vine. Shout out to the Vine. But like I said, y'all, Chud the Builder is not gaining all the white support that he wanted to. He's getting, he's getting some. His GoFundMe is growing. But it's like just drawing a lot of like white disagreement out into the open.
And people now say he's a martyr. He's a martyr. Well, the black people were chimping out. Well, I don't know. If I were standing around and a black person was live streaming near me and they started saying things offensive to white people, yeah, maybe I would feel a certain type of way about that. Maybe
he even got Nick Fuentes in his feelings. I never thought I'd see the day. You got Nick Fuentes in his feelings. I would feel a type of way. You're not going to go beat up a black person, Nick. I promise you, Nick's not going to fight a nigga in random street encounters. But he would feel a type of way.
Was live streaming near me and they started saying things offensive to white people, yeah, maybe I would feel a certain type of way about that. Maybe, isn't that sort of our whole thing? And there's something ironic about that. You have a lot of people who are pro-white, and it's all about racial pride, and it's all about beating their chest, and it's all about saying, oh, I'm white. Don't try that stuff around me. Don't insult white people around me. So much racial pride. But then there's this double standard where it seems that white people want to go out in some cases and offend the sensibilities of other people. They feel emboldened, for example, to use harmful stereotypes about other people, say racial slurs about other people, be provocative towards other people, and that's fine. That's free speech. That's funny. Hey, man, can't you take a joke? Hey, man, it's just a word. And when black people get pissed off or take umbrage or they attack, oh, well, you're chimping out.
Shout out to everybody watching on Twitter right now. We are streaming on multiple platforms tonight. I promise not to chimp out. No matter what happens, these are just jokes, y'all. Hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
But then when the roles are reversed, if somebody says something anti-white, if someone says something exclusionary to white people, it's those same white people that puff up their chest and say, how dare you? You would never say that about a minority, this, that, and the other.
Nick Fuentes is team nigga, y'all. I had no idea this was going to happen. Nick Fuentes is team nigga. He is on black people's team. He's like, hey, white guys, don't go around saying mean words to the black people.
None of these niggas have motion except for me. There has to be one real nigga left in America, in this damn country. How much abuse have you, let's just be perfectly honest. Let's be fair. A lot of people aren't going to like this monologue. I don't care. This is what's fair. This is what's true. I see on the timeline how many.
Now y'all saying Nick ain't even white. No. Now you trying to tell me Nick, how is Nick no longer white because he defended black people one time? You see how crazy this gets, bro? Listen, it takes a lot to be white. Here's a lot of stringent rules and behaviors you got to perform. There's a lot of niggas you got to hate, all right? It takes a lot to be, there's a lot of rules. It's a lot of rules to this white shit, man.
Loud and proud white people are saying Indians are fucking Jeeps and blacks are niggers and Mexicans are spics and all this kind of stuff. And making jokes about you shit in the street and you like watermelon and all this kind of stuff. And they're the same people. They don't want to hear anything negative about whites. And how do I know that?
Oh my God. My chat just told me I'm more white than Nick Fuentes. God damn. I just got promoted. I'm whiter than a white Mexican and I'm brown. I'm fully brown, but somehow I just became whiter than white Mexicans. This is an amazing thing. You tell me, listen. Chud the Builder going around freely and aggressively dropping N-bombs is producing spectacular unforeseen results like nobody imagined we would get to this day. I have just been granted a whiteness whiter than white Mexicans, y'all. I didn't even know it was happening. I didn't even dress up for this shit.
Because I say negative things about all groups of people. And it's the same people that die laughing when I make fun of one group. Ha ha, that's hilarious. I love when you say nigga. I love when you do that bit. I love when you say you're not going to go to the gas station if there's black people. That's hilarious. When I say Polish people are slipping on a banana peel or they can't change a light bulb, it's the same people saying, hey, man, you're anti-white. You say Albanians aren't white. Fuck you. So which is it? So I actually don't know how helpful it is to bring that into the real world, actually. I don't actually know what that's doing for anybody.
That's the problem. You don't know. Chud wanted to find out, all right? Chud is a scientist. He's like the racial Isaac Newton, all right? If you say the N-word and no niggas are around to hear it, do I still get an ass whipping, right? Chud is the philosophical nigga right now. Chud is out there trying to push the bounds of white social theories and shit. And you know what? I have never really hated Nick Fuentes. You know, I'm not like a big Nick supporter. I don't really watch his show at all. But I don't get on the I hate Nick, anti-fan train or whatever. But I got to tell you, you're surprising me, Nick. You are really surprising me. There is a white man out there doing real white racial social science. He is testing theories for the benefit of the white man. And you're over here acting like a full-blooded Fuentes right now. This is crazy.
You say Albanians aren't white. Fuck you. So which is it? So I actually don't know how helpful it is to bring that into the real world, actually. I don't actually know what that's doing for anybody, him, the people involved, the political discourse in America. I'm not sure what's positive about any of that.
We are all waiting to find out. That's really what's happening. We're just waiting to find out the actual, because I'm telling you, what if this goes to the Supreme Court? You know, we need Chud the Builder to get like $5 million in his GoFundMe so he can push this case all the way to the Supreme Court. You know, does a white man have the right to use the word nigga without being physically assaulted by a black man? And then if he is physically assaulted after using the word nigga, allegedly, because we don't even know if Chud called this particular guy the magic word, right? But if he does say the magic word, let's just stretch it there. Let's take it there theoretically and isolate that one philosophical conundrum, right? Can a white man use the N-word face to face to a black man aggressively? Like, let's make no mistake about it. Let's take all of the innuendo out of it. Let's take all of the haphazard circumstantial defense out of it. Can a white man call a black man the nigga, the N-word with the hard R, with his full white chest? Can he can he say it as mean as he want to be? And if that black person hits him, is the black person now legally indemnified? Like, does he get to be acquitted because the white man said the magic word, right? This is a legal problem that actually, it's come up before. I'm not saying this case is totally that, but it has come up before. And Chud is like trying to Rosa Parks his way into the Supreme Court for white people.
Chud the Builder is saying and doing what a lot of people in America wish they can fucking do. That's tough. I get it. Some of y'all niggas don't like to hear that. Some of you guys are mad about that, but there's a fucking reason why he's had a meteoric fucking rise over the past year. People are tired of fucking niggas, bro. Do I gotta be the one to fucking say it? We're tired of you fucking chimpanzee, orangutan, ape, retard motherfuckers. We're tired of y'all, man. No one wants to live around y'all. No one wants to go to Atlanta. No one wants to get on Spirit Airlines. No one wants to get on any budget airline and deal with
I want to make a public service announcement. The words of Myron Gaines do not represent the words of the Hood Conservative or any of the affiliated or associated Hood Conservative channels and platforms. Please be advised.
What you motherfuckers? Nobody wants to go into a fucking gas station where they say we accept EBT and SNAP. Nobody wants to date black women because they're fat and loud. The average black woman's 187 fucking pounds. Like, do I gotta fucking spell it out for you dumbass niggas because you can't fucking read? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Nobody wants to be around you monkeys. Sorry. And honestly, if you get offended too fucking bad, you're probably the fucking monkey. Because I'll tell you this, the black people that are intelligent that aren't fucking retards aren't gonna be offended by what I'm saying. They know what I'm saying is true. There's a reason why dark Dominican niggas sit there and say, I don't know black, Bobby. There's a reason why dark fucking Puerto Rican niggas, even though they're retarded too.
There's a reason why dark Arabs, but anyway, never mind. Never mind. These dark-skinned Arab niggas be talking reckless, man. I don't know what's gotten into these melanated Arabs. You ain't know Arabs could be melanated. They can.
Yes, this is my favorite filter. No, I don't like cats. I just think the filter's dope. Anyway, for those who don't know what I'm talking about.
This is the guy that volunteered his life because Chud the Builder was using the N-word aggressively. He volunteered his life. He thought his melanin would protect him.
Yes, this is my favorite filter. No, I don't like cats. I just think the filter's dope. Anyway, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, a plumber came to my apartment today, banging on the door like he was police. I got PTSD. I've been arrested at this residence too many times. So I just hurry up and open up the door. They ain't finna kick down my shit like they did last time. Anyway.
See, I'm full of the blues, holy water. I know the truth hurts, so I life. So preach on, speak your word. I know the truth hurts. Yes, I lied. I love you.
Good thing I'm not monetized right now, because that I don't know what this song is right here. So this is another issue I realized too. Like, you don't look like the good guy confronting Chud the Builder because he said mean words, right? I don't know. For some reason, it's almost really hard to become the hero because Chud said mean words that hurt your feelings.
Are you on some shrooms or something? What are you on?
I told you I'm on your mama's sweet
Okay,
pussy, bitch.
You're a bitch, bro. Literally, all you do is talk about your dick.
Ah, I'm sorry. I'm a nigger.
Come back over here.
Okay. Let's not.
Come back over here.
Let's not fight. I am.
Touch me again. Touch me again.
I don't want to.
See, look, and like, as much as you accuse Chud of being provocative, you know, niggas are quite provocative themselves. You know, I don't know if you noticed, but this is a known characteristic of the Black American Negro. Very provocative group of people.
Get pepper sprayed. I really don't.
Go pick up my hat, nigger. You heard me, nigga. Fuck your shit. Touch me again.
Shit, white supremacist.
Touch me again, nigger.
Now, I think that's enough N-bombs for one show. I'm probably in enough trouble with YouTube already. But you get the message. We get the message. Now, Chud isn't really looking to just go around and shoot a black dude just because, you know, he's angry. But, again, it raises the question, why can't I shoot you because you got mad and put your hands on me? And I think that is a legitimate, fair question. Like, if you get mad and you just put your hands on me because I said mean words to you, well, you can say mean words to me. You can call me whatever anti-white racial epithet you want to call Chud, right? You can say that, but once you go put your hands on him, and not only did you just punch him, but you're like engaged in a fight. Now we're just punching and tussling and rolling and kicking. And if I shoot you in that moment, oh, well, that's your problem. Skill issue.
And I'm just saying on the timeline, these people, that's a lot of bots, but then there's a lot of people like fucking like, oh man, we're not gonna have a proper country if black people gonna come to violence if they hear the word nigger. Like, the country would be saved if white folks can say nigger and nothing happens.
Black people, I think black people would rather have America burn than let white people say nigger. I bet you if you did a poll, would you rather save America or let white people have the N-word in private, not even in public? If you did a poll with black people, it's either let America fall and who knows, anything can happen, or let white people be able to say the N-word in private and nothing bad happens to them, right? So if you ever heard it, if you ever found out about it, you know, nothing bad happens to them, right? I bet you black folk would be like, no, America would burn. America would burn. A lot of black folk would rather have white people never, ever, ever, ever use the magic word than keep America alive. If it came down to it, I'm just telling you, niggas are not as patriotic as their hatred for the N-word. Their hatred for the N-word and white people saying the N-word would override whatever alleged patriotism you thought there was.
Oh man, we're not gonna have a proper country if black people gonna come to violence if they hear the word nigger. Like, the country would be saved if white folks can say nigger and nothing happens. All the fucking inflation would be gone. There'd be no data centers.
You know, unironically though, I think Uncle Hotep is onto something. Like, if white people could just use the N-word, not even maliciously, but like, you know, you can say it in a news program. You could like read it if you were quoting an actual black person. You could say nigga if you were like rapping along to your favorite rap lyrics or whatever. Like, if you allowed that level of casual camaraderie, that shit might actually heal America racially. I'm telling you, black America and white America could finally team up against the Mexicans and the Muslims and the Indians and all that shit and the Canadians. Like, black America and white America could finally heal if you just allowed the white man a little bit of casual inward usage, right? I'm not even saying aggressive, hard R, I'm calling you this because I hate you. I'm just saying like some casual, light, commentary type inward usage. Like, that shit might actually low-key save the country for 1,000 years.
Being fucking built, all the schools would be able to teach the kids and shit. College would be cheap. Trade schools would be cheap. Gas would be cheap.
Yo, he really is talking about the 90s. That's crazy. If we could just let white people act like it was 1992, everybody would be so much happier. They really are describing the 90s right now. That's crazy.
Inflation would be gone. There'd be no data centers being fucking built. All the schools would be able to teach the kids and shit. College would be cheap. Trade schools would be cheap. Gas would be cheap as soon as people can say nigga without any physical harm. America would be saved. This is what these folks are saying.
Like, I mean, is it really that hard to really consider, though? Like, if we really just went back to 1990, like, think about it. He's really describing, I was around, so I know what he was talking about. I was young, but I was there, all right? I was young, but I was ready, okay? I knew how great we were at the moment. You know what I mean? I loved it even back then. And now looking back, I haven't loved it as much as I used to love it. You know what I mean? Remember when I used to love you? It's like that. Like, we were so much better way back then. And I'm just saying, all the things Uncle Hotep said actually might be true. And who knows? What if unlocking that one word was like the catalyst for all these things? Like, remember when Obama said, like, the oceans would begin to recede, global warming would go away, we start to see the end of racism in our generation? What if all of those things actually happen if we stop being so uptight about the N-word? Like, we really could just go back to 1990.
Inflation would be gone. There'd be no data centers being fucking built. All the schools would be able to teach the kids and shit. College would be cheap. Trade schools would be cheap. Gas would be cheap as soon as people can say nigga without any physical harm. America would be saved. This is what these folks are saying. This is bullshit. This is the elites saying, hey man, we're getting pushed back from these data centers. Every time we try to build a data center in, they come out in droves. They want to stop this shit. Even the BlackRock CEO said, we got to fucking have heavy security at these data centers because the people are going to start dropping drones and start dropping shit on our data centers. It's going to be terrorism with a drone once we start building these data centers. We have to have a distraction. And once again, what is the greatest, the distraction that never fails in America? Black versus white. They can always fall back on that.
It's American as apple pie.
No, because motherfuckers are stupid. Motherfuckers are stupid. American is apple pie. Well, Americans are dumb as apple pie. How about fucking that? The fucking rich is fucking raping us. No Vaseline, all Diddy. And we fall for the shit though. Oh, we gotta fucking, it's gonna be black against white again, like it's the 50s and shit.
I do kind of agree with that sentiment. I do think getting all caught up in whatever racial drama of the moment is a bit played out, which is why, you got these crash out type niggas willing to drive hours away from wherever they live to confront some guy who says mean words about black people on the internet. But at the same time now, Chud, you got to really fight this thing out in court. And I'm telling you, bro, this is not the move you wanted. You did not want to live this life, but here we are.
So we're gonna have a bail.
I'm gonna set just a bond right now. Do we have our bail hearing? Then I'll let you make
all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million. 1.25 million.
1.25 million. Look at his eyes. He had to close his eyes. That's damn. I need that fuck sound effect. Nigga hit you with a 1.25 million bell. You just instantly, your soul says fuck. Like, damn, bro. 1.25 and you ain't even kill a nigga. Like, for 1.25 million, I want his family dead. I want his house burned down. I want his dog eviscerated. Like, for $1.25 million bail, I gotta be guilty of like a level of terroristic crime against this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga gotta be spread out in multiple counties for me to have a $1.25 million bail and this nigga not even dead. Like, bro, you know all the things I could have done to this nigga, and now I got a $1.25 million bail. That's a effed up moment. That's crazy work. That's a ridiculous amount of bail. Like, bro, I bet you there are people in there that have literally eaten niggas. There are probably cannibals in there that didn't get a $1.25 million bail.
Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies and his bond status.
Not a menace to society, bro. Is the white man really a menace to society because he uses the N-word aggressively? Like, this is another deep philosophical legal question. Can you be classified as a menace to society because you are a white man who has aggressive N-word habits, right? You are a habitual aggressive N-word dropper, right? You drop that shit like you got Tourette's, but you've never been diagnosed. Are you now a threat, like a violent predator or something? Which gets back to the N-word is violence type argument.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the 26th at 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 21st at 9 o'clock for a bond hearing, and then the 26th at 9 for a preliminary hearing right here. Does that work for everybody's calendar? General, does that work for the state?
Yes.
All right.
Just for the court's information and Mr. Finley.
And it's crazy too, man. I don't want to hear you niggas ever talk about being oppressed in America. Listen to all of these deep, thick Tennessee mountain or Tennessee Valley accents, right? You know, this court approves of arraigning this good, clean, wholesome white man for dropping an N-bomb against a career felon criminal N-word. I don't ever want to hear what you niggas. I refuse to believe you niggas ever crying about oppression and white supremacy and I can't get ahead because the white man is just. Look at what white people do to white people when they shoot one of you niggas, man. Even if he actually gets off after spending God knows how much money, and he, you know, he's still in jail right now. Like, he's still in jail. There are debates. We're actually taking bets on whether or not the Aryan Brotherhood's going to cover him. We don't know what happens to him when he gets thrown in general population in a Tennessee prison. You know, Tennessee jails are full of niggas, right? And the only thing that can protect him, theoretically, would be like the Aryan Brotherhood. And we don't know if the Aryans are going to take him in because, you know, Chud is allegedly a nigga lover, too. It's a complicated thing. It's a complicated thing. I hear he likes black women. I hear he's had deviant sexual activity with black women. And so it's all over the map with Chud, right? But the question now remains, though, why do you niggas think you're oppressed when white people will ruin other white people if he actually righteously defends himself against a violent black person who stalked him and attacked him in public?
Yes. All right. Just for the court's information and Mr. Finley, the state is going to request and file a source hearing when and if there's an attempt to make bonds.
Okay. Is there any objection of us taking all those matters up at the bond hearing on the 21st?
No.
Mr. Finley, do you have any objection to doing it that way? That's the most efficient way, I think.
Judge, we'll try and have everything lined up for the court.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Mr. Finley, from you today?
No, sir.
All right. From the state? Okay. That'll conclude these proceedings today, okay?
Thank you.
Court will be in recess.
Before we recess, keep your seats.
Ooh, poor Chud. Poor Chud. All he wanted to do was drop the N-bomb and not have to shoot no niggas. He dreamed the impossible dream. That's really what it was. All he wanted to do was drop the N-bomb aggressively in front of black people and not have to shoot anybody. And he was dreaming too big. You know, sometimes you like fly way close to the sun and your wings start to melt. Chud is like modern day Icarus, you know? He flew too close to the N-bomb and he got caught up in the nuclear radiation. White people, take note. You fly too close to the N-bomb and your wings will melt.
The Democrats and the left have trained black people. We'll tell you when to get emotional. We'll tell you when to speak up and speak out. We are treated as trained animals. We're being laughed at as trained animals. Easy to control. You want a biscuit? Do this. We're not in control of our own thoughts and emotions.
He N-worded too close to the sun, man. That is a crazy bar right there. But yeah, that's basically what Chud did. He N-worded too close to the sun, man, and now he's got to go, face the music. This is really a modern day Shakespearean tragedy.
Wait for the Democrat Party and leftists and social media to tell us what to think. It's gotten so bad. This weekend, someone asked me a question about a guy that's been coming to Nashville and coming to like Broadway on Nashville and trolling black people to see if he can trigger them and get them emotional. I had never heard of him. I think they call him Chud the Builder. I had never heard of him until yesterday or the day before when someone asked me about him. But it lines up with what I'm talking about here today as it relates to Chud the Builder. Some 28, 29-year-old white guy, I think he's from Clarksville, Tennessee, walks around a cowboy hat, mustache, and he films himself on Broadway and around Nashville calling black people, mostly black men, the N-word.
That's why,
I'm not
dumbass.
You know what the fuck it
He's
is,
chimping
cuz.
out.
I'm not with none of that.
Look at him.
I'm
He's
following
chimping
who,
out.
cuz?
He does it to try to trigger them. And he says, he laughs like, look at these guys are like trained animals. I say this word and these are his words.
It really is just like a modern social phenomenon that one word out of all the words will like predictably elicit a violent, if not aggressive response from just random black people. And it's like, I don't even think it's the word. Honestly, you know what I think it is, bro? The word itself means nothing, right? Because the rose by any other name is just as sweet, right? The word is not the thing. I think, honestly, if I really had to put my philosophical Negro hat on, there are so many black or at least non-white people or black adjacent people that have like a deep grudge against, the quote white man for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that speculation, but there are so many people that actually have a deep grudge against white people for whatever reason that they really can't wait for some type of opportunity to like physically demonstrate their hostility. And the N-word is like the go-to thing. It's still like the universally accepted mode of expressing how much I hate these people. And that's really what I think. It's like a lot of black folk try to cordon the word off like it's our own unique black linguistic territory. It's just a way to like maintain a level of hostility for some shit that you actually have nothing, you have no relation to.
And they chimp out. And I went and looked, and I don't agree with his tactics, but I get his point. He's saying, as a man, you should not allow anybody to control your emotions with words. Who is in control of us? Are we in control of ourselves? Or are these outside forces really in control of us? Because if black people can run around and
it's the N-word, man. That should just be calling me. Fucking N-word got me, bro. The N-word just be calling me. That should be like N-word just be, it's like crack. The niggas is addicted to the N-word.
call themselves the N-word, write music about killing N-words. If black people can kill each other and say, I smoked that N-word, and that's no big deal. We can control ourselves. Oh, that's rap music. That it doesn't really mean anything when a rapper says it. It doesn't mean anything when the Crips and the Blood say it, and they're killing you, literally killing you. It only matters when a white person says it. And when a white
And that's really why all of the typical black arguments about the N-word kind of fall flat. Because like I said, you don't beat up the Mexicans when they use the N-word, You're not beating up the Dominicans. You're not beating up the Puerto Ricans. It's only the white people that have to run and fear for their life.
say it, and they're killing you, literally killing you. It only matters when a white person says it.
Not the Samoans. You know what? Look, that's another great theory. How many Samoans are you willing to fight because they said the N-word? I bet you Samoans got the N-word pass without even trying. They just don't even care about using it. I bet you Samoans got the pass without even trying. Where do Samoans live in America? Where are they, like in Oakland or San Francisco or some shit? I bet you them niggas got the N-word pass, but they like, I don't even be saying those black words.
The Crips and the Blood say it, and they're killing you, literally killing you. It only matters when a white person says it. And when a white person says it, we get to chimp out. We've turned ourselves into a laughing stock. I'm not championing the guy. I am championing his point. No man should be controlled by another man's actions. Not at all. Someone lays hands on you, defend yourself, lay hands on them back, or go to even a deeper level and handle that. Totally get it. But
Jason Whitlock just co-signed shooting a nigga who attacked you because you said the mean words. Which I told you earlier, I lean in that direction as well. I don't want to be out here wrestling with you niggas, man. All right? I wrestle with my children and my woman. That is the extent of my wrestling capabilities, all right? I promise you, those are the only categories of wrestling I want to engage in from here on out. I am not out here trying to wrestle with you niggas, all right? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. My children and my woman, those are the people I can wrestle with. You niggas, nope. Nope. You're getting stabbed and shot. And or it's one, the other, or both, Because like, why? Why? I ain't got time for this shit. I'm getting old.
A deeper level and handle that. Totally get it. But words? No dice. That's for animals. If Tiffany just got a new dog, if I shout that dog's name, I expect that dog to jump around and, be like, oh, what's Whitlock want? And react. A dog, not a human being.
But black folk got a lot of interesting thoughts about this incident. It's, we're all over the place with our feelings about this. I've come across a lot of black opinions, but you know, we can't go through every single one of them.
I had so many people pissed off and in their feelings because I support this man.
You heard me, nigga.
Let's not fight. Let's not fight. I am.
Touch me again. Touch me again.
I don't want to get pepper sprayed. I really don't.
Go pick up my hat, nigga. You heard me, nigga. Touch me again. Touch me again, nigga. That's what I thought. Thank you.
Don't hit me with that shit.
I ain't gonna pray you. That motherfucker wants to put his hands on me again. Go home with you. Let's go get his ass. Hail Hitler, nigga. Hey, thanks for picking up my hat. Look at this. Get her. Get her. Let's go get that dude. Yeah, you better run, you pussy ass motherfucker. He just assaulted me. Arrest him. Are you a cop?
You are a pussy ass motherfucker.
You're not a cop.
You are
Pussy, yeah. Throw some shit and run away, faggot. You fucking faggot. Go fuck yourself.
All right, so many words. Oh man, they're using all the rough words. Let me skip ahead a little bit. You know, I think we all know who Chud the Builder is. So I don't want to play too many. I'm already getting enough pressure from the YouTube people. They took away all my monies. YouTube accused me of a hate crime, y'all. They said I did a hate speech. YouTube accused me of doing a hate speech and they took my monies away. So you got to hit me on Venmo if you want to support the show. Shout out to everybody following on Twitter, on X right now. If you are watching on X, this is essentially a premiere. I haven't really been live streaming on X, and since, you know, they put it all behind a paywall. So, you know, I bought me a blue check mark, all right? Don't judge me. I bought a blue check mark so I could talk to the people on X, y'all. If you never watched my show before, if you just follow my content on X because I tweeted something funny, I made an interesting post, this is the type of content that I do on a regular basis. I am basically, I'm a black guy exploring what it means to be far right and black in America. I am a former nigga. I have nigged. I might nig occasionally in the future, but you know, I'm just a black guy trying to be right wing. And that being said, I want you guys to enjoy the content and watch the show. Thanks for coming through. Please like the show and follow me if you haven't followed me already. Like, share, and subscribe.
Support him because he's showing you how cowardice actually works. See, there's a couple of things to point out. Number one, y'all ain't did shit, but y'all will ride through, get your guns, risk your freedom, take yourself away from your family to kill a person who looks exactly like you, dresses like you, and talks like you. That's the first reason. The second reason, I want more. I want more Chud the Builders to walk around every city in America and do the exact same shit. And some of y'all will get mad and you probably fuming and foaming out the mouth. Why though, Nash? Why would you trying to start a civil war? Has he harmed anybody?
Don't ever think that black folk will not engage. They will start. Black folk are willing to have a civil war over white people using the N-word. All right. We will march on Selma. We will march on Georgia again. We will fight the Battle of Appomattox or whatever. Niggas really believe in it. I mean, niggas are retarded, but still, that's what they want. It's an emotional position, but that's what they want.
No. Has he reacted to people trying to do something to him? Yes. But he's showing how bitch made a lot of you cats are, because I get threats all the time where I see punk ass shit like this. And that happens every day because I speak about shit that I feel like speaking about. And instead of intellectually debating me, you can't. You would rather tell me I'm gonna die, you gonna kill me, and all this shit. But the second most powerfulest reason why I support Chud is simple. Because of shit like this.
They won't let me in here. They won't. Why not? Because I said the N-word on the internet. Now they say I'm just an un-American person because I believe in freedom of speech. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, isn't that really crazy? Like a white guy saying the N-word is un-American, which is like the oldest American thing there could be. Like, how American is a white guy saying the N-word? That's right up there with Betsy Ross putting stars on the flag, right? White people dropping the N-bomb is Americana, like it or not. All right, right up there with lynchings and cross burnings. There's white people saying the N-word. All right, we're not gonna bring all these things back, but I'm saying it is a part of America. God damn it.
Well, considering that 2 of my boys are black, I can understand that. Why does that matter? It does. I don't like it. Just go ahead. You don't like freedom of speech either? Just go ahead and go. I'm gonna stand right here, nigger.
Look. He's called the old white guy an N-word. Amazing things are happening across the internet. He just called the old white guy.
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go to jail?
Listen, white people are gonna have a second civil war, all right? The N-wars. All right, it's going to be white people who think there's nothing wrong with using the word occasionally, whether it's in aggression or casually. And then it's going to be all the white people who, they think you should die. You should let a black person beat you to death before ever saying anything racist, right? The N-wars might happen, right? Before we have the robot wars, before the Terminator future, the N-wars will hit. The N-wars might be the prelude to the Terminator wars because the robot's going to be like, you know what? These people are retarded, and now is the time to strike. That just might be how it happened, right? John Connor didn't want to write about that, and they didn't want to put that in the movie. It would have made the movie weird. But what if the N-wars are the thing that kick off the Terminator revolution?
Look at him. He's going to waddle over to the cop. Considering 2 of my boys are black. Fuck him. And guys like that are why they...
See, what Chud is going to force a lot of you guys to do is wonder about who else supports Chud. See, there used to be this thing we used to know as a collective. We don't fear the KKK because they got their mask on. We fear the KKK because the masks they come off because they're your politicians, they're your store managers, they're your bank tellers, they're your bank managers, they're your politicians, they're your police, they're your firefighters. They're all of these people who are power players in the institutions, which will basically drastically make us go from the bullshit to the real shit. See, what Chud is going to force a lot of people to do is start collectively saying, I want this person to be deplatformed. So one day, black people will wake up like y'all accuse Jewish people of doing and say, hey, if you support this shit, we don't support you, and cut them off financially. See, all the people who are still on the platforms that support this man and you're black, you want to show how you really say fuck Chud the Builder? You take your black ass off of there instead of getting in my inbox and chimping out.
I mean, honestly, that's a move. That is a move. You can feel how you want to feel about him being all aggressive with the N-word, but that's a more respectable move than hunting a man down and driving hours away from your house to go fight him in the street. That's a crazy move. That's crazy work. I'm telling you, I can never really get behind that.
I'm surprised that there's not somebody already that's just there just to wild out on him. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Again, I wouldn't put no money up because I don't put money on nobody's head, but I ain't gonna lie. The first nigga who do something to him, that nigga even make a GoFundMe, that shit gonna be lit. Like, let's be honest, right? Like, again, even if somebody's just punching a nigga in the face, bro.
Yes, Carmen. Yes, Miss Cantrell. I am saying he hunted him with complete lack of irony. You did whatever you could do to find out, because court records are not all that private. You can look up court filings and court cases and all that, and you don't live anywhere near there. Why were you there in the first place? Like, he wanted to find out who Chud was, where he was, and he encountered him intentionally. Like, I'm not even making that up. I'm not saying that with no shade. Like, you put yourself in a location where you had more than a reasonable assumption that Chud would be there, and he was there. And so, like, I'm saying, niggas really be trying to die. That's what I was trying to talk about earlier. Like, a lot of niggas be trying to die. Like, this dude walks around armed and he's willing to shoot a nigga. I'm gonna give you a reason to fight me, but if you fight me, I'm gonna shoot you because I don't like fighting you niggas. Like, that's the whole Chud the Builder deal. And a nigga drove over 100 miles to be there. Like, allegedly. That's the alleged story. And I'm just saying, if you were trying to die and then a white guy is trying to help you, I just think the white guy was being polite. I mean, white folk be helping niggas do all kinds of shit. If you're trying to die, there's probably a white guy willing to help you do that too.
Jail, the GoFundMe for that person would have been like out the roof. Because I think it's something about how the dude is going with what he's doing. It pisses everybody off. It pisses every black person off. And I think it pisses the white people off too. I'm telling you. The first nigga who really just socks him out, I'm telling you, even if you get locked up, nigga, you make a GoFundMe, nigga, I'm telling you, you making at least 100 bands, bro.
Rosen, you don't have to worry about me identifying as black. I've just been promoted. I'm whiter than white Mexicans now. So, we're good, bro. We're good. You don't have to worry about that shit.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's something about it. It just enrages you. It makes you feel upset.
Why do black people really feel enraged at just the general idea of a white guy using the magic no-no word? Like, really, no shit. Why is that supposed to be, like, of all the words, why are you supposed to, like, your melanin starts to boil if a white guy uses the magic no-no word? And I've never really felt, the same attachment to the word. I've never had a moment. And to be fair, I don't think I've ever been in a moment. Like, how many white people are really going around and just calling black folk niggas aggressively? Like, how often does that happen? I don't think it's a big thing. You know what? One time, I'll tell you this. Actually, I answer my own question with a little story. I was a kid and I was on the bus. And it was like, the yellow school bus shit. We were living in upstate New York, and it was like military housing because I was a military brat, right? And where we lived, like, it was like, I don't know, some type of little circular route, and the bus could have went this way and had dropped this white girl off first, and then I would have waited till the end of the route, and I would have got dropped off. Or the bus could have went that way and then kind of dropped me off first, and that white girl would have waited. Long story short, the bus went in my direction. And the white girl was like, why are you dropping this nigga off first? Like, I swear to God, that shit actually happened. This is like, almost 40 years ago, because I was little. Well, not 40. It's probably 30 years ago, because I was in middle school back then. It's like, I don't know. Actually, not even middle school. I was a fifth grader. I was in fifth grade in upstate New York. And so anyway, she's like, again, why are you dropping this nigga off first? Like, white girl had a little white girl meltdown. It was a crazy moment. And again, the fifth grader, I didn't even have to say anything. The bus driver was like, shut up, don't say that, don't talk like that. And so the girl got in trouble. I never bothered to follow up. I didn't even make it a big thing, but that's basically the extent of it. Didn't actually ruin my life for my day, but like, should I have beat that girl to death on the bus as a fifth grader? Now it occurs to me, maybe this bitch got away with a free one, and I could have caught a free body, y'all. God damn it. I could have caught a free body. Damn. Now that I think about it, I could have really niggered out. I could have really went there. See? Oh well, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Listen, I could have been. I could have been, bro. I really could have been. I had my moment. And it just the moment just kind of went right over my head. Like, the fuck's her problem? Like, bitches be tripping. Like, I just took it as a moment of bitches be tripping. Like, I swear to God, I really did. I just took it as a moment of bitches be tripping. I really had no idea that it was a racially heavy moment. You know, I didn't feel all the weight of it. And then as I got older, I realized, like, oh yeah, she did call me the N-word. That was actually weird and funny, but you know, bitches be tripping, you know? But I guess I was never ever as black as I was supposed to be. That's all that story really boils down to, right? You know, I was never as black as I should have been. You know, shame on me, I guess. That's a me thing. That's like a failing on my part. I'm just not as black as I could have been.
Went out there and like clap that nigga from Iran, that fucking supreme leader. That might have to be Chud. Get him out the way because he's trying to start some shit. We ain't trying to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people die over a word.
Well, he problematic. We might like somebody might have to just do it. I don't care who do it. Black, white, who cares?
I care. I don't want to see people die for a stupid reason.
Now this is DJ Academics literally calling for any random black guy to go out there and like do the thing. You know, somebody got to put their life on the line for the race, y'all. We are literally calling for race no limit soldiers, you know. And shout out to Chud for shooting one of these no limit race soldiers. I'm a no limit soldier. I thought I told you. Like, all right, nigga, fine. Let's play that game, right? He really out here calling for niggas to like throw their life away for the race. Like, what? And this is another question. Like, you know, my actual blood relatives and a handful of my friends aside, what has blackness ever done to me? Done for me, rather, right? And I'm not even asking that as a spiteful question, but like you're asking black people to like throw their lives away to defend this theoretical vague notion of blackness, but has blackness actually benefited you, right? Like your family might have been black and they might have benefited you, but that's not a black thing. That's a family thing, right? Your friends might be black and they might benefit you, but that's not a black thing. That's a friend thing, right? What is being black in that way? Like how has it benefited you in a way that you should just go out and be a no limit race war soldier, right? Like, why should you throw it all away for you know, the melanin? Risk it all for the melanin. How many people in the chat are willing to risk it all for the melanin? I don't get sunburned. I mean, that's actually a thing. I got sunburned before. That's not true. Carmen, that's not true. Black people are capable of getting sunburned, all right? And I am a fully melanated mocha latte nigga. And I have been sunburned, all right? It takes a lot more, all right? It takes a lot of sunlight, but you can burn a nigga, all right? You can burn a nigga. I was out, you know, fishing in the hot sun with no shade, but that's a me thing. I engage in white people outdoor activities. That's how I got sunburned. That's literally how I got sunburned, engaging in white people outdoor activities, right? But black people can sunburn. So even that, melanin is not impervious to the sun, all right? It's the fucking sun. What's wrong with you, woman? Like, she really think the sun doesn't burn niggas. What kind of a super nigga you think I am? You see this shit? You see this shit? Even my own chat think I'm some type of genetically modified super nigga. This is why black folk really believe they got melanin powers. Y'all remember that one day on the internet when every black person thought they were getting a superpower? You motherfuckers really think that melanin power shit's really good. No. There is no melanin power. The sun burns me too. It might burn white people a lot faster, but we all burn even.
I guess. Advocating for violence is not the way. If
nobody wants to prevent race. He's the violent one. You don't realize he's the violent one?
How is he the violent one? Remember, look, we started out on this position earlier in the show. Is a white man using the N-word aggressively, right? I even upped it up to make sure there's no ambiguousness to it, right? Can a white man aggressively say the N-word to a black person And does that count as violence, right? If a white man uses the N-word aggressively toward a black person, is that violence, right? Because violence answers violence, right? If you are met with violence, your appropriate answer can be violence, right? Meaning, if a white person says the N-word, that's violence, and now I can beat you up and maybe even kill you.
Who do it? Black, white, who cares?
I care. I don't want to see people die for a stupid reason.
I guess.
Advocating for violence is not the way. If
Nobody
you want
wants
to prevent racism,
he's the violent one. You don't realize he's the violent one?
Isn't he majority acting and he's acting in self-defense, right?
Fuck no. Do you see what he's saying? He's daring people to do something.
Words aren't violent act. Words.
See, niggas don't play that sticks and stones shit, all right? You talk about my mama, I burn your house down, all right? Don't come at me with that sticks and stones bullshit. Sticks and stones is the white man's technology to make a nigga not fight for his rights, all right? That's what that sticks and stones break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is white people trying to con black people out of fighting for their civil rights and their justice, right? Don't come at me with that sticks and stones white people bullshit. You talk about my mama, I'm setting your cat on fire.
He's the violent one. You don't realize he's the violent one?
Isn't he majority acting and he's acting in self-defense, right?
Fuck no. Do you see what he's saying? He's daring people to do something.
Words aren't violent act. Words aren't violent.
Your rhetoric could be insightful.
But no, using an individual word is not an act of violence. And so if you want to stop racism, then we can't let words trigger something that.
Yeah, Snowman, I think it goes without saying, but yeah, black people are not actually free speech. I'm sorry, El Cid, it goes without saying that black people are not really pro free speech. Maybe for black people, but not for white people. I mean, there's like, levels and finer points to this shit, but black people do not support white people having free speech, because if white people had free speech, they would use the N-word aggressively, and black folk aren't really built for that shit. Black folk are not emotionally equipped to deal with white people having even moderate N-word usage.
It makes us violent.
All right, play this.
If you want to stop
I
racism,
watch him pepper
then
spray.
let it go.
I watch him pepper spray a guy who like flipped his hat off or something like that.
Technically, doesn't that count as self-defense? He wasn't arrested for that.
Man, that guy should have blew his brains out, man.
If you want to be.
You see how retarded, and this is why I really cannot really go along with the black sentiment on this shit, because ultimately you niggas really have a very emotional stance on this, Like, black folk are really like poking the bear. Like, the bear's just walking around roaring, just dropping the N-bomb, just like a bear and shit. And you niggas are poking the bear. Like, the bear is dropping the N-bomb for sure, but you're actually poking the bear. Like, come on. Come on, bro. Like, I'm just saying. You knew he was going to shoot you.
Be alive if you want to protect yourself, if you don't want something violent to
Now
happen.
he has a death wish. You gotta let that man live out his goal.
Well, I don't want to see people have a death wish because I want people to be okay.
Sneeko trying to convince DJ academics to not be all, retarded and black, but it's really difficult at times to try to talk a nigga out of being retarded. Cause we really do love this shit though. Like, no bullshit.
There's no fixing this. This can't be fixed. Right? This can't be fixed. You just have to escape. So that's what I did. I went to a neighborhood where, I have a very low black population.
We can go into like all of this. Like, people are oppressed, different, races, all of this stuff. And people should be able to make fun of it. Like, if I'm Jewish, bro, and people should be able to make fun of that, no matter what happened or what people went through.
Nah, people can't make fun of Jewish, Muslims, Christians, and that, because I come from an era where you don't disrespect religion. You don't even talk about it. It's respect.
Yeah, so I think you're a more serious guy.
I'm not.
And I'm a more like, let's all make fun of each other and be bros. I'm friends with
blacks, whites, purples, Mexicans, all of the above, girls, boys, Indians, all of that. So I think you're like really serious. You're really serious. You're a serious guy, and you're like, I don't want to make fun of anybody. I'm the opposite. Like, let's all make fun of each other. Let's all roast each other. We can go into like all.
Look, I did I say that earlier? And that was the whole Uncle Hotep position. The white guys are really like, listen, man, if you just let me drop the N-word casually, like we can lower gas prices, we can build a wall, we can open a Costco's on the dark side of the moon. Like, if you would just let me drop the N-bomb when we're rapping along to DMX and some shit like that, like we can do a lot of great things. And Waka Flocka's like, fuck your moon, white man. Don't you say that shit around me. Like, niggas really, really haven't thought about this. White guys are like, listen, if you would just let me breathe a little bit, I would make this place so much better. And Waka's like, no, that's my word, white man. You can't have it.
All of this, like we can go into like all of this. Like, people are oppressed, different, races, all of this stuff, and people should be able to make fun of it. Like, if I'm Jewish, bro, and people should be able to make fun of that, no matter what happened or what people went through.
Nah, people can't make fun of Jewish, Muslims, Christians, and that, because I come from an era where you don't disrespect religion. You don't even talk about it. It's respect.
Yeah, so I think you're a more serious guy. I'm not, and I'm a more like, let's all make fun of each other and be bros. I'm friends with blacks, whites, purples.
Let's just all make fun of each other and be bros. And the funny thing is, and I'm gonna kind of wrap it up on this point right here, because I had a lot of clips I wanted to review to jump off some talking points and some ideas, but ultimately black folk are incredibly hypocritical about this N-word thing. I did not want to let this show end without at least saying that definitively. I think the majority of black people have an incredibly hypocritical disposition and reaction to the N-word. Again, it's a word that we put in our culture. It's a word that we try to defend our own internal usage of. It's a word that at times we say, oh, we made the word mean something different. But again, if white people use it, it's an evil, violent word, but only white people. Mexicans get to say it, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Hell, I bet you it's Japanese people saying it. I saw a rap song recently where like some Indian dude, like a really, really dark-skinned Indian dude, saying the word, I'm a black nigga. Let me see if I can pull that song up. Yup. Everybody want to use the word, bro. Why? Everybody wants a piece of the magic is all I'm saying. Like, it's a magical word and everybody wants a little bit of the goddamn magic. I'm a black nigga. And he hard R'ing it, by the way. I don't know if he's just foreign and he doesn't know the difference, or he really just hard R'ing it because he really like that. But he's really going all the way. He's hard. I'm a black nigga. I'm a black nigga. All right. Shut up. I don't want to hear the rest of that bullshit. Your shit ain't that popping, nigga.
Something that's a little racial, but let's do it because go for it. We used to live like people would burn their trash in the ditch, right? And so me and my buddy William, we would get out there, and my buddy Larry, and we would get all wet, and we would run and jump through the smoke in the ditch until we were pretty darkerish, right? And then, bro, we would kind of wait until somebody drove by and yelled the N-word at us.
The N-word, I hate that. Say nigga. Say nigga. You don't say N-word for bitch, say nigga.
Listen, when Mike Tyson gives a white guy the N-word pass, I think it should stick for life.
The only people Joe Biden called us niggas.
Wait, hold on.
Say, man.
Do you need me to say? If you need, I don't want to do something. I can't tell what's going on here, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll jump through some
I just need to say one thing and not be ashamed.
Listen, Mike Tyson is giving white guys the N-word pass. And when you're Mike certified, you got to run with it, bro. You got to run all the way to Valhalla with that shit.
All right?
Yeah.
Say I'm a nigga lover.
You need me to say it?
Yeah. Say I'm a nigga lover. Go ahead, man.
But does it mean all of them?
Kind of, a little bit. God, even a rotten one.
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know if people think I should do it or not.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Please, 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 please. Come on, man. Stop fucking the show up, man. You fucking the show up, man.
You right, bro. Dang, dude.
Shit.
Fuck. I just...
Look. You not saying the word is ruining the show, all right? And now we're back to one of those philosophical conundrums. Would you drop the N-bomb to save the life of 100 orphans? And if you could save 100 orphans every time you dropped an N-bomb, how many N-bombs would you drop? I'm sorry. I know I have been asking a lot of deep questions, and I've been trying to stretch your minds to its full elastic limits tonight. But we have to we have to face the tough questions. All right. If dropping the full hard R N-bomb could save 100 orphans, how many N-bombs would you drop? Or do you not care about orphans? You piece of shit. You evil, dirty piece of shit.
What can I say, bro? I'm a lover, bro.
Oh. God is great, brother. God is great. God is great.
God is great. Shout out to all the white niggas lovers out there. Hit the like button, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. I am wrapping this one up. We have been at this for almost 2 hours, and I'm gonna end this on a high note. I appreciate you guys coming out. Like I said, if you want to support the show, I have been fully demonetized, so throw $1 at me on Venmo. I'm going to work on spreading out to other platforms, but for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. We are done, y'all.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.